Let's bring in Phar Kim Beng. He's a political analyst and the founder of Echo Strategic Insight. Thank you for joining us today. There has been little progress made since the summit in Singapore in June, but North Korea says that these sanctions will completely derail plans to denuclearize. Do you think it will damage any of the positive steps that have taken place between the U.S. and the DPRK, or do you think this is just Kim Jong-un being overly dramatic?
I don't think well, first of all, the progress will be very slow because we are dealing with issues that are extremely technical and also complex in nature, and it can also affect the balance of power in the region. So given the size and the magnitude of the issue, it's almost unavoidable that it will take a long process and many, many baby steps before they can reach any milestones. So when Chairman Kim expressed his skepticism that maybe the process might break down, I think he's just being very realistic in a sense.
So how might the North respond? Could we see some retaliation on their part?
Retaliation is always an option for a hermetic regime like North Korea, because this is a country that is not well understood by the rest of the world. And the only way in which North Korea can help anyone pay attention to Pyongyang or the view of Pyongyang at all is by resorting to threat, blackmail, potentially even missile launch. So that is the language that they often use to send a signal that they're willing to come to the table.
Previous sanctions against the North haven't really had much of an effect in achieving their goal. Do you think that these restrictions will have an impact on North Korea?
I don't think so, because North Korea is a very hierarchical society, and sanctions usually are very uneven, and it affects the people on the ground first, and it doesn't really affect the leaders at the top. So sanctions will only have a very uneven result or outcome. So I don't expect the sanctions to have any immediate impact unless it's done in a very pointed and refined manner.
So if sanctions don't really work, what's the solution for dealing with Kim Jong-un?
Well, unfortunately, given the fact that some of the key powers have taken their eyes off the balls on the nuclear issue, the only option right now is to continue to talk until the other side is totally persuaded that going nuclear is not the right policy option for them to redeem themselves economically or even to come out from their political isolation.
All right, Phar Kim Beng, political analyst, thank you for joining us today.